Have you ever stumbled across a website that made you question everything? The internet's a really cool place, but it's also a really scary place, and sometimes you can stumble upon something that you wish you never saw. Today, we're gonna explore 3 creepy, bizarre websites that are gonna leave you with more questions than answers. From a website that claims to hire hitmen, to a mysterious cult-like page that promises transcendence, to a vault of classified government documents that will change everything you thought you knew. These sites will send chills down your spine. So buckle up and let's begin exploring the scariest places of the internet. Number 1, rentahitman.com. Rentahitman.com looks like a website where you can hire a professional hitman to solve your problems. It has flashy promises, made-up client testimonials, and even mentions fake laws like the Hitman Information Privacy Protection Act, HIPAA, to make it seem legitimate. The site was created back in 2005 by Bob Innes as a part of a school project for an IT company. After the project ended, he just left the site online, because why not? And then things started to take a weird turn. People started sending serious requests for illegal services, thinking that the site was real. And instead of taking it down, he decided to work with law enforcement, which is crazy and so smart. Over the years, this site helped catch people who were trying to hire hitmen, leading to several arrests. Because why would you think that it would just be so obvious that, why would, if you were hiring someone to do such an illegal, service, being a hitman, why would you think it would be hireahitman.com? Crazy. That's crazy. Rentahitman.com is filled with silly and over-the-top details, like fake client reviews from people praising the services, promises of discreet work, and 100% satisfaction guaranteed, a contract form for where people can submit their problems. And despite the obvious jokes, some people take it seriously and they get themselves in trouble. The big twist is that rentahitman.com is obviously a joke. It was a parody never meant to be taken seriously. And the ridiculous claims and the false testimonials are all a part of the gag, which has made it funny and useful, I guess. So while it might seem like a hitman service at first glance, rentahitman.com is really just a way to expose people for their bad intentions. So remember, don't believe everything you see on the internet. Number 2, Galdrix.com. Galdrix.com is a mysterious and bizarre website that seems to be promoting some sort of spiritual journey into transcendence, into the next dimension. The site offers strange and cryptic instructions on how to transcend into the next dimension. These instructions are often vague and hard to follow, filled with unusual jargon and references to concepts like higher vibrations and spiritual ascension. There are several sections devoted to symbols, diagrams, and rituals that are supposedly to help users unlock their next level of existence. These rituals are really intriguing, but they're described in ways that are more confusing than helpful. The site invites users to join a larger community of like-minded individuals who are trying to also reach this elusive next dimension. The community seems to be shrouded in secrecy, with little information on who's running the site or who is even involved. Maybe no one is involved, or maybe it is something secret that we just don't know about and hide in plain sight, they say. So then it begs the question, what is the purpose of this? It's difficult to pin down exactly what Galdrix.com is really about. The language and context obviously suggests that there's some spiritual journey going on, but there's no clear explanation on how these teachings are supposed to improve your life or lead to supposed transcendence. While the website is promoting some weird spiritual journey that we're all supposed to go on, no one seems to know its purpose. Is it a genuine belief? Is it a weird internet experiment? It's really hard to say. But one thing is clear, that this vague, strange website makes you leave with more questions than answers. Number 3, theblackvault.com. The Black Vault is a website created by John Greenwald Jr., where he shares millions of pages of declassified government documents. These documents were obtained using the Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, which allows people to request information from the government. And this is a real thing. Since starting in 1996, John has gathered documents on topics like UFO sightings, secret military projects, the JFK assassination, and more. And before then, the public didn't really look at these documents. Like, they could have requested them, but no one was aware of these documents. So people like me are very grateful for John. The website is basically a big collection of government documents that was once kept secret. And the Black Vault doesn't try to tell you what these documents mean. It doesn't try to analyze them. People like me do that. It's just like presenting them, and then we can look at them and form our own opinions. Some of these documents cover UFO sightings. Hangar 1 is a really good documentary. They took one of the seasons off Netflix. I don't know if the entire thing's still there, but they go through every declassified UFO document that is now like the public is allowed to view it. And there are so many like wild, compelling stories that like from our like people in our military, from people who actually like I would believe if they said that, not like random Sally who lives in a barn. I would be like random Sally who lives in a barn, but people wouldn't believe me, you know? And like all of these like people who worked in military bases, and then it goes into things about where aliens were, and it was in this like secret military base that wasn't Area 51. I could talk about it for days. It's really interesting, and I can make a whole other video about it if you want. I'll get back to this now. I just had to put that in. But yeah, some of the documents on the website include UFO sightings, like documents and even photos of UFOs taken by a man named Paul Villa. And he said aliens communicated with him. And if you're interested, I can also make a video on that. It also has documents of important events, like files related to the JFK assassination, or like government tests with chemical weapons. And then it talks about secret military projects and like experimental aircrafts. It's really cool. And one thing that makes the Black Vault so unique is that it stays so neutral. It doesn't try to promote conspiracy theories or convince you of like a certain interpretation of these documents. For example, when they share Paul Villa's UFO photos, all the site says is that they're like from National Archives. They don't like say anything or claim that UFOs are real. It kind of just lets the viewer interpret it for themselves. While the website is neutral, some of the content is pretty strange. For example, there's a story about the White House dog. His name's Commander, and he bit a Secret Service agent in 2023, and this caused a big mess. I can make another video on that. But John Greenwald tried to get a video of the incident, but he was denied. And cases like these just show you how weird and unsettling some of the things on the site can be. And this is actually, I think this is such an important website for like just like Americans, because it gave us the opportunity to be able to see documents and information that the government at one point did not want us to see. And like, yes, we could request them later, but you don't know what to request, you know? You're not gonna say like, give me the alien stuff, and they're gonna just hand it over. So it's really cool that this is all like in one place. Even though some of the things in these documents are strange and hard to explain, the website gives people a lot of access to hidden information, especially about UFOs and secret government activities. So what do you think? Isn't this so creepy? These websites might seem strange and unusual and just like bizarre. Whether these sites are satirical or serious, it really shows us how strange and unpredictable the internet can be. Let me know down below if you've stumbled across any of these sites, and go check them out and tell me what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more strange mysteries. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'm a growing channel, so any love is really appreciated. Stay spooky.